If you're over 40 and every time you raise your arm to shoulder height or just above, you get that sharp pinch in the front or top of the shoulder, this video is for you. Maybe you've been told it's shoulder impingement and to just avoid overhead work or heavy pressing. Maybe you already did the PT exercises, the bands, the stretches. It calmed down for a bit, and then the second you went back to real workouts, the pinch came right back. And you still want to bench, press, row, do pull-ups and dips, and not live on rehab exercises forever. So in this video, I'll show you 2 simple tests to confirm that impingement type pattern and 3 big 5 exercises to start fixing the pinch so you can keep lifting. I'm Dr. Joey Seyforth, online shoulder rehab specialist and founder of Comeback Performance. I fought my own shoulder pain for years. I did the PT, the scraping, the needling, the bands, the stretches, and everyone stared at my shoulder joint and ignored everything around it. With our clients, it's the same story. They're told it's impingement, your labrum, your arthritis, and almost nobody talks about your neck, your upper back, your shoulder blade, or the way you actually lift. Today, my team and I have helped over 800 shoulders through one-on-one online rehab and coaching, mostly lifters in their 40s, 50s, and 60s who still want to bench, press, row, do pull-ups and dips for years to come, not just be told to stop. Let's talk about what impingement really is, then we'll get into the tests and the fixes. Impingement isn't a permanent diagnosis, it's a movement problem. Mechanically, it just means your shoulder is running out of space as you lift your arm. The ball of your shoulder is getting crowded under the roof of the shoulder because of how your neck, upper back, shoulder blade, shoulder joint, and loading are all working together. That's why it usually shows up right around shoulder height or just above. That's where you need the most space and the best mechanics. So impingement isn't my shoulders ruined, it's my current movement pattern doesn't give my shoulder enough room, which is fixable with a big 5 approach. It's because your shoulder's not a solo joint. It's part of a 5-part team I call the Big 5. Neck and nerves, your thoracic spine or your upper back, your shoulder blade, your shoulder joint, and how you load, meaning how you bench, press, pull, carry, and sleep with the shoulder. If you only treat number 4, the joint, you keep getting short-term relief and long-term frustration. Here's a quick reality check for each. The neck and nerves, a stiff neck, night pain, or zings with pressing, pull-ups, or even just lying on that side. The thoracic spine, you live hunched over a desk or steering wheel, and every time you try to press or put plates away, your low back arches to make up for a stiff upper back. Your shoulder blade, when you lift your arm, your shoulder hikes into your ear or you feel a top and side pinch. That's the ball grinding into a shoulder blade that isn't moving properly. The shoulder joint, the front of the shoulder bites at shoulder height, bottom of bench or dips. And load, you're either taking time off from the gym or you're hitting the gas pedal every time you do and you're having these flare-ups. Impingement is what happens when the 5-part team breaks down. Now let's run 2 quick tests so you can see if this fits you. Test 1 is a simple clearing test to see where in the range that pinch kicks in. Bring your hand to your opposite shoulder. Actively lift your elbow up as high as you can while you keep your hand on your shoulder. Take note if you get pain. That's a positive sign. What we're looking for is where you're getting the pinch in that motion and where you're feeling it at in the shoulder. That's a classic impingement type pattern. If the other side is smooth and this side bites in the same spot every time, that's even more confirmation. I know you're struggling with shoulder pain and you obviously want to fix it, so text me the word pain to 720-710-4371 and I'll send you my free shoulder pain fix demo. Now back to the show. Test number 2 is the Hawkins Kennedy test, which loads the tissues at the top and front of the shoulder. Raise your arm out in front of you to about shoulder height, elbow bent 90 degrees. Use your other hand to gently rotate your forearm and hand down towards the floor like you're bringing your palm towards the ground. Don't crank it, just move until you feel resistance or that familiar pinch. Again, compare sides. If this position reproduces that sharp top and front shoulder pain you feel when you lift your arm, that supports the idea that you've got an impingement type pattern. If the other side tolerates it easily, there's your comparison. Now, these tests aren't a formal diagnosis. They're just helping you say, yep, that's my pattern, so we can focus on the right solution. Now, let's go through 3 big 5 exercises that start creating more room and better control for the shoulder. First up is the bench opener, to open up your upper back and the front of the shoulders so you're not jamming the joint every time you go overhead. Kneel in front of a bench or sturdy chair. Place your elbows on the bench, hands together or holding a dowel. Slowly set your hips back and let your chest drop between your arms. You should feel a stretch across the front of your shoulders and lats and some motion in the upper back. Complete 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps in a green or low yellow pain range. This hits your T-spine and front shoulder, giving your shoulder more space to move instead of running into a wall at shoulder height. Next is banded Scap Angels to train your shoulder blades to actually move with the joint. Anchor a light band about chest height and hold it with both hands, arms straight out in front of you. Step back to get light tension. From there, slowly sweep your arms up into a wide Y overhead, letting your shoulder blades rotate up and around your ribs, then return down to the start. Aim for 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps. You should feel the muscles around your shoulder blades working, not a sharp bite at the top of the joint. This trains scap, upward rotation, and joint space, which is huge for getting rid of that pinch. The third exercise is kettlebell pull-throughs that build stability in positions your shoulder actually has to tolerate when you train. Get into a plank or an incline plank position with your hands under your shoulders and a light kettlebell or dumbbell just to one side. With your opposite hand, reach under your body and drag the weight across the other side, then switch hands and pull it back. Keep your hips as steady as you can. Do 2 sets of 6 to 10 pull-throughs per side. This builds closed chain scap stability and low tolerance for pressing and pulling without relying on that sketchy mid-range where you usually get that pinch. With impingement, a little bit of I feel it is expected. The key is how much and what happens after. Use this traffic light. Green is a 0 to 2 out of 10. Feels good or like a mild stretch, totally fine. A yellow is a 3 to a 4 out of 10. Mild pinch or awareness that settles within 24 hours. Usually okay, especially if it improves over time. Then we have the red zone. A lot of you guys are living in this zone. It's a 6 out of 10 or higher. Sharp, catching, or pain that spikes and lingers after you're done. That's your sign to modify the range, load, or exercise. Simple rule, with impingement type pain, it's okay to feel a little pinch that calms down. It's not okay to feel a sharp jab that makes you bail the rep or leaves you more flared up the next day or two. One of my clients is a great example of this. He had front shoulder pain that kept coming back at the gym. He'd rest, do the exercises he was given, feel a little better, then as soon as he got back into dips and pressing, the pain would return. Once we took a step back and addressed his big 5, his neck, upper back, shoulder blade, shoulder joint, and how he was actually loading his shoulder, everything shifted. After doing the exercises, this is what he said.
I could finally do dips. I was never able to do dips for years. To be able to do dips where I wasn't able to do it before, it's just, it tells me I'm moving in the right direction.
We didn't magically fix some mystery structure. We gave his shoulder more space and better control, and the impingement stopped running his life. Remember, your shoulder lives inside a big 5 system: your neck, thoracic spine, shoulder blade, shoulder joint, and nerves. Over 40, the game isn't perfect MRI or bust. It's strong, stable, and smart shoulders that let you live and lift on your own terms. If you want help figuring out exactly which parts of your big 5 are holding you back and how to train with your current shoulder, grab my free Big 5 Shoulder Fix training guide using the link in the description. So if you're over 40 with shoulder impingement type pain, use the clearing test and Hawkins Kennedy to see if that classic pinch pattern fits you. Start building better mechanics with the bench opener, banded Scap Angels, and kettlebell pull-throughs. Stay in the green and smart yellow and avoid living in the red zone. If most of your pinch shows up, especially when you do push day at the gym, the next best video to watch is this one. It'll give you a simple warm-up you can do before any pressing day to back up the work you just started here. And if you're tired of dealing with this shoulder pain and have tried things such as PT, injections, chiropractors, and you're still dealing with the pain and you want a long-term solution to fix it, then text me the word pain to 720-710-4371 to get a tailored step-by-step approach on how to permanently fix your shoulder pain. Our mission at Comeback Performance is to help over 1 million people around the world eliminate their shoulder pain, avoid unnecessary imaging, injections, and surgeries, and get their lives back. After you reach out, please like and subscribe to the channel. We're putting out daily content based on your guys' questions on shoulder-related topics regarding pain and rehab. At Comeback Performance, the comeback is always stronger than the setback.